Hello, I'm David Sackwitz.
I'm Christian Kite.
I'm Ben Puente.
I'm Ahmed.
I'm Angel Chen.
And our group presentation is we're going to be discussing the lack of women and minority professors in top-tier universities in the United States. Here at Wayne State, we as a group have not had many minority nor women professors. Usually, white males have been teaching our college classes. Personally, for me, during the curriculum of business school, I have had less than 10 women and minority professors. Usually, my professors have been white males. And while I took 2 semesters at Walsh College, all my professors were white males as well. According to organizational psychologist Grant M. Engel, hiring more women and minority faculty enriches students' learning and research by exposing them to competing ideas and beliefs. Students of color also benefit by seeing faculty members who look like them in these top-notch institutions. Throughout our presentation, we're going to be touching on 3 main points. First point are reasons and causes why women and minorities professors aren't teaching in the universities. Second are the statistics on the top universities' faculty population. And third, but not last, will be the solutions on how these universities are starting to fix these problems. Now I will be handing over the podium to Maham to talk about the reasons and causes.
There are many reasons and causes that people give to why this problem exists. And if we want to solve the problem or really just understand it more, it's important that we know what those are. And so according to Gerald G. Smith, a professor at Claremont University, she gives 4 major myths, as she calls them, or reasons or causes to why this occurs. The first one of those is that the scarcity of faculty of color in the pipeline means that many institutions must compete against one another to hire the best minority candidates. Now, she gives research that says that in a sample of minority scholars that were interviewed, only 11% of the participants were actually recruited for a faculty position, and of those 11%, only a few of them actually had choices between more than one institution, and those that did, those institutions weren't even of their top choosing. Another myth is that the scarcity of faculty of color in the sciences means that those who are available are highly demanded, and according to Gerald G. Smith, in the sample, many were actually worried about finding a position in academia, and several had actually already left that whole circle of academia to find jobs outside, in industry and in government, because they couldn't find a position at all. The third one is that faculty of color leaving academia altogether for more lucrative positions in government and in industry. And all of the participants who were interviewed, the ones who had considered leaving academia or had already left, it wasn't because they were offered, these great, well-paying jobs outside. It was because there were problems within university hiring practices, and a lot of them said that it was a difficult job market for them, or that the search processes made them feel unappreciated because of their minority status. And the last one is that nowadays campuses focus on heavily diversifying faculty, which means now that white males can be pigeonholed or they don't get the same opportunities because of it. And in the sample, there were actually many white men and women, and surprisingly, instead of saying that they felt hurt by the affirmative action that some campuses now employ for their faculty, they actually said that they felt that they could have done more, that their administrative or their faculty should have done more to hire minority faculty members. And so, yeah. All right, and now Angel will tell us about statistics.
Now we heard about myths from Marham. Here are some actual numbers about minority faculty in top institutions. According to the article by Rosa Remis, Ivy League faculty are far from reflecting U.S. diversity. In Brown University, about 129 out of 708 faculty identify as Asian, Black, or Hispanic. In Harvard, minority leader faculty accounted for a 23% during fall semester 2010. But the progress has been uneven with Black and Hispanics, which account for 3% each. In Pennsylvania, it's released a plan to expand diversity. They show that 17.5% of the more than 4,000 members setting faculty is minorities. In another article by Theodore Cross and Bruce Slater a short list of colleges and universities that are taking measures to increase the number of black faculties. It has a list of full-time black faculties at the nation highest ranked university. The top 3 universities are Columbia, it has 7.2%. Then is Emory University has 6.9%. Then is University of Michigan has 4.7%. The lowest ranking is Northwestern has only 2%, and then is Carnegie Mellon University has 1.6%. Then is California Institution of Technology has only 0.6%. And now Ben is going to talk about solutions.
So now that we talked about some possible causes or reasons of why there's a lack of minority and heard some statistics of how many minority are actually in faculty position, here are some solutions or recommendations on how to increase the number of minorities in faculty positions. In the article by Theodore Cross, he mentioned that a lot of universities, they have a concern with setting up specific programs intended for hiring only minorities. The problem with this, there has been court cases and lawsuits where a university can get sued under equal opportunity employment laws by white males saying, that they're at a disadvantage when a university only tries to hire a minority candidate. Regardless, a lot of universities, they still set up some type of program to hire a minority, and here are some examples. In the Rosa Ramirez article, she talked about Columbia University, and they have set up a fund worth $30 million, and this fund is to go to any and all expenses in trying to hire more minority faculty. Another university that has set up a startup fund for hiring minority faculty is Duke University. Duke University, they will pay for all the search costs, and they'll pay for the first year costs of the faculty members, so they'll pay their salary and any other startup benefits that they might receive. Other types of programs that don't involve setting up a startup fund, Haverford College, they have minority scholars in residence. What this does is it invites doctoral candidates or doctoral students to go do their dissertation at Haverford College, and at the same time, they'll let them teach a class. And then what they're planning to do is the top candidates, they'll eventually give them a job at their college. Another university that's doing the same thing but taking it a step further is Northwestern University. They set up a fund as well, but their fund is specifically for helping doctoral candidates get their degree. So this is a whole step before trying to get faculty members. They want to help students get their doctoral degrees, and then once they do get their degrees, they'll try to take the top candidates and keep them at Northwestern to be faculty. A couple other recommendations that are provided is to offer mentorships to students while they're doctoral students on how to get into an academia position, or once they are hired, to give minorities mentorship so they don't feel alienated within the university. Another thing is to diversify search committees. A lot of times search committees are done within a college department, and they might not want to break from old traditions, and therefore they might not want to hire a minority. So it's important to teach them about diversity and to broaden their search to look for minorities. And now to Christian, who will conclude our presentation.
Lack of diversity for faculty members in universities can be seen through the different statistics. The statistics show the low percentage of African Americans, Hispanics, and Asians and females working as faculty members in universities. Even Ivy League universities possess the same low statistics about faculty members that are minorities or females. This is just some of the statistics that show how universities are not hiring enough minorities to work in faculty positions. Some universities are taking the initiative to apply programs that will help hire minorities and females to work as faculty members. Certain universities are investing millions of dollars in hiring and retaining minorities and females at universities. Northwestern University will be allocating funds to help minorities obtain a PhD, which will allow them to eventually apply for a position at the university if qualified. Haverford University has applied a Scholars in Residence program which allows women and minorities to come teach at the university, and based on their experience will be decided if they get hired or not. Even with a few universities taking the initiatives needed to hire minorities and females, many universities still need to do the same. Diversity is important because it provides the opportunity for expansion of education, because students will be able to learn from different cultural views and how different nationalities look at the subject that they're learning. In conclusion, with diversity expanding at universities, education will flourish, and this education that flourishes will allow them to provide the steps needed to better themselves in life after college.